monster just like you.
It has been slightly traumatic for me to hang out with Tiffany's twins because it is so much work, but I feel that way about anybody's children. I'm going into meet with my agency.
Oh, really? Back to work?
I want my body to get back to what I was before.
In 8 years, Dustin's gonna retire, and like it's gonna be so amazing having him around all the time.
You can tell a person that hasn't really been touched by trades because they're oblivious to what other people are going through.
I always take it so personally whenever Dr. said that. I want him to get that chance to prove himself.
You don't know what it is yet, right? What your baby is?
It's a boy!
Boy.
Right now I'm working 12 to 13 hours a day on the side of anger management.
You know, I feel like my baby's telling me from my belly that he wants to be a hockey player. I really do feel that.
My baby tells me a lot of things.
Give me a sandwich.
He has told me that he loves to eat donuts and French fries, and my baby loves sandwiches. He loves carbs.
Oh my God. I did eat carbs before I got pregnant.
And I tell my friends, it's not me, it's my baby, so stop judging me. I think he told me that he wants to play hockey, too.
So, will you live in Vancouver at all? How do you get there? At least Vancouver is only 2 hours and 50 minutes from here. It's not a long flight.
It's not like we're in Buffalo.
That was
So hard.
That was hard, wasn't it?
Ryan has moved out of the country for a new hockey season with the Vancouver Canucks. I've missed him every time I have off because he's on a road trip. He has really long road trips on that. It's bizarre because we've had a long distance relationship for so many years. But now that I'm pregnant, it's so much harder.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
And that's why I'm moving to Vancouver. But my whole life is in Los Angeles and based on my career. Of course, as an actress, you want to be in every scene and you want to be a big character in a show and you want to be absolutely indispensable. That's your dream. But at this moment, you know, it's just proving to be a little challenging. It's very stressful for me.
I think you're over a little bit more, right? Ready, and...
There are times when I think about being a working actress and a new mom, and I really panic because I want to do both things really well, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I want a family, I want a career, I want success.
So let's close the door, and on action, they kiss.
Whatever my animal is in the Chinese calendar does not do well with change. It's very resistant to change. And I would probably say that's somewhat true of myself.
A typical morning when Dustin's on the road is frantic. Getting kids fed, getting kids to school, hockey, soccer, or whatever event they might have that day.
Upstairs, I'm gonna watch TV.
Dustin's focus for the next 8 years is hockey and winning another Stanley Cup.
Jay Fowler had a shoot, and then he'll be good. Dustin tried to talk to him after the game last weekend, and he didn't want to listen. I'm like, Daddy kind of knows what he's talking about. He's like, no. Being on the road a lot, there's different types of pressure and expectation on him because he's the captain, and then at home, there's different types of pressure and expectation on me. Cooper, stop. Right here, let's hurry. And then get your soccer stuff out.
As they're getting older, they're starting to get into more activities. It's a little bit more overwhelming.
Cooper, is this really necessary? Haley, how do I do my phone?
All right, now we can go to soccer. Now it's Jake and Mason and Cooper all playing hockey and all playing soccer and all of that happening 2 to 3 times a week. That can be overwhelming at times, just trying to figure it all out.
You have to buy me new shoes.
I chose to have 4 kids,
Oh my God!
but sometimes it's a nightmare.
There's so many misconceptions about being a hockey wife in LA that we're going on to parties and red carpet events. We do that stuff once in a while, but it's not the norm. Hi. Thank you for coming.
You guys ready?
Yes.
When Dustin's on the road and I'm home alone, I'm basically responsible for everything that happens at our house.
I know here in Manhattan Beach, a lot of the crimes here are follow home crimes, where you come out of the house to do something and then they're hiding and follow you in.
When the guys are away, I mean, it's pretty easy to look online to see lots of times they're away.
So nobody's ever truly safe.
In this class, you're going to learn close range. Because for women, it's not about exchanging punches with a guy. Usually you grab, hold in close.
Us hockey-wise, we have to take care of ourselves.
First thing you need to learn, it's your weapon. Going down, you have your teeth. Very powerful. When your arms are not available, you bite. Okay? Because now you know your weapons, what do you hit?
I think I'd go for the balls.
Okay. Good. All your vital organs are located in the center line.
See? Balls.
Okay, that's it. Now, if I come in close, you lock this up. Pull me in as you hit. Nice. Okay.
No.
Pull me into you at the same time.
I am confrontational. Over the top.
Next time,
Yeah, a couple times. I know a thing or two.
Now we're gonna do grab from behind.
This could save my life today. This could save my minivan.
This is so much fun. I feel like I need him like at the end of the day to just get it all out. When I'm pissed at Dustin. I feel bad for the guy who tries to break into my minivan. Mommy could kick your butt.
My agency called me, tell me that I have a job, and I have 2 weeks to get back in shape. Because of my C-section, the doctor told me I was not able to work out for 3 months. And even like after 3 months, you need to be careful. Tyler is 3 months. I still need to lose 10 pounds, and I'm stressed. Today, I'm meeting with the trainer, Ben, and it's my first workout. I'm ready. I used to work out so much, like every day. I want to do lingerie, like swimsuit, and like still doing the same kind of job that I was doing before I met Tyler. It's been a long time I didn't wear those. I'm nervous. I don't know how it's gonna be.
Do you know of any reason why you should not do any physical activity?
Because I want to stay home and be with the baby. Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm ready.
I
Like
really
I miss
appreciate
it. Like I miss working out.
We're gonna start with a light warm up. I'm gonna get your body moving. Heels down, toes up. Try to keep your chin up. Now the whole idea with this is to drop your shoulders down, and again, tilt your head from left to right, right to left. Stretch your upper traps. Do you feel that? Take your time, breathe.
The workout that I'm doing, 1 to 10,
All the way down.
it's like 3. It's not that hard.
All the way down.
Oh my god, that's a max. But after having a C-section, you cannot swim, you cannot like use the stairs. Oh my god, that's a max. I was shaking. It was hard.
Again?
Why?
I'll tell you why later.
It was like perfect.
You're tough.
I'm tough. I'm sorry, but I have to do this. Bring it up. Bring your knee up. Good. Bring it up. Good. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Am I crying?
One and bring it back.
Oh my
down.
god. I'm thinking that I'm gonna die.
Back here. Ça va?
I'm stressed for my photo shoot. 2 weeks. I don't think it's possible to lose 10 pounds.
I think we should start on ideally twice a week.
Today, we're going down to Violent Gentleman Warehouse. Violent Gentleman is George's clothing line. For November every year, all the guys get together and they shave their mustaches and beards to help raise money for prostate cancer. It's 100% about the charity, and he loves doing that kind of stuff. When George was in the league, I don't know what was more famous, George or his mustache. George's mustache came about because all the old fighters and old school players used to have the mustaches and have a bit more character.
We're shaving it off. All gone.
The mustache is the only constant in my universe. George is not playing on a team right now. It's been 7 months since our last paycheck from the NHL. And we don't want to live off what we've already earned. We want to move forward and live off our future earnings. We want to live off our new salary. Here we go. Big reveal. Goes so nice with your new haircut.
It does match the nice haircut, man.
I've always said that I thought George was going to do better after hockey than in hockey.
Well done, sir. Thank you very much.
George is smart. He went to Princeton. I just feel like we haven't peaked yet.
Who's next?
These houses are so humongous. Some of them have like 3 living rooms. Me and George are not bonded by LA anymore. It's very expensive to rent in Manhattan Beach, so our next move needed to be a little bit more strategic.
Are you looking for 1 year, please?
We could do 18 months too, if we get a better deal for a longer lease. It all boils down to money. It's getting away, but mostly money. I like that it's partially furnished, so I don't have to worry about like buying 4 more beds or whatever. Financially, it was the right move for us. Las Vegas isn't no income tax state. We just kind of want to figure out exactly where the sweet spot is for us. In Manhattan Beach, a 2,800 square foot house that's close to the water can rent out for $15,000. In Vegas, a 4,000 square foot house you can rent for $3,500. So, I don't know, that choice seems easy. The only thing that worries me is this looks enormous. Yeah. For me, that's just like more cleaning, and I'd like to be able to find my kids. I've started embracing moving and having the adventure. Las Vegas is close enough. It's a 4-hour drive. We can drive back for work. We can drive back and see family. We'll talk soon. Okay. Thanks, Mark. We have 3 weeks left on our lease, and we're in a bit of a time crunch. Honestly, if we don't find a place, we're going to have to move in with George's parents.
I can tell you've been drinking because you're super chatty right now.
Are you feeling super overwhelmed? Yeah. I don't want to burden him. I also don't want to, seem like I can't do my job.
Pops, it's okay. You've been to Iowa. You know what it's like there. We've been living in Minnesota, where John has been playing defense for the Minnesota Wild. Last night, we got the call that John was being sent down to the Wild's minor league team, the Iowa Wild. We got up about 4 in the morning, had to get everything packed and ready to go because John was told that he had to be at practice by 10 a.m. You guys just about ready? Oh, well, I'm tired. We have been together for 3 years now, and we've been married for about 4 months. We've lived in 5 different states, 5 different cities, 7 different apartments. It's hard to really get comfortable in any city because you never know if you're going to be there for very long. Adios, Minnesota. John's on a 2-way contract, which means that he's signed to a contract with the NHL, but he can at any time be sent down to their minor league affiliate. Every player that's trying to make it in the NHL really hopes for a 1-way contract, even more particularly a multi-year 1-way contract, because you can make yourself more comfortable, buy a house, or just feel like you're going to be there for a while. It's very hard to plan my schedule more than a week or 2 in advance. They don't know if he's going to be called up or sent down. You guys ready? Ready to go to Iowa? Let's go. Every time John gets sent down, I start to wonder, what did John do wrong? What I'm doing wrong as his wife? Did I not take away enough of his burdens and he could only focus on hockey? I always take it a little bit personally.
It's Ryan. Ryan's in Vancouver.
Noreen hasn't seen Ryan in a month. And of course I want to make her dinner. She has no one taking care of her. And when you're pregnant and you're tired and you're working, the last thing you want to do is make a meal. So I'm always happy to cook for people.
Right now, Tiffany and I are both going through major life transitions. So excited to go to Vegas?
Yeah.
Are you going to buy a place or rent a place?
No, I'm just gonna rent.
Yeah. We're both overwhelmed with our lives.
Oh, you know what? We should play that November video.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What?
Ryan, huh?
Ryan's coming to town soon, and I'm really excited, but, he's only going to be here for 2 days, and it's never as long as I want it to be.
Ryan had big 300 the other day, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
So great. Ryan just got his 300th career win, and I just couldn't be more proud.
Climb.
Which makes me excited to have a kid.
Yeah.
You know?
She's a good one.
I think Ryan was sad that we didn't have a girl. He was carrying Lola around our house that day. Isn't she just so sweet? I was like, oh my god, he wants a girl so bad.
Uh-oh. Definitely wanted both, so we kind of knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, you guys are lucky.
Yeah.
I come from a family of 3 girls, so the thought of having a boy is a little daunting. It's always been about dolls and makeup. Do you have any favorite boy names? Nico?
Hercules. Actually, Magnus. That'd be sick.
Mm-hmm. Magnus Miller? Or Magnum? Magnum, perfect.
Nah, you don't want to go Magnus.
I know. It's setting you up for failure right there.
Yeah.
That's funny. What are you making us, Tiffany? It looks pretty extravagant.
Truth? How about stay out of it?
What do you mean? We were about to eat it.
This is my alone time.
Tiffany's not exactly a people person, but she does have a heart of gold.
I want you to get out of my kitchen.
Oh, God. I'm going. I've got to pee anyway.
I'm not warm in other ways, so for me, feeding people is me showing them I care.
How was everything?
Really good. Thank you.
Lovely.
When are you moving for good?
The latest I'll go up there is by Christmas.
Yeah,
Right when I go up there, he's going to go on a 2-week road trip. Since Ryan's been gone to Vancouver, I've seen him 5 days since I've been pregnant. I miss having a husband.
Right when we first had the twins, George went on a 21-day road trip. It was like the longest road trip they ever had.
Any girl wants to be with their man because, you know, you want to put their hand on your belly and, you know, it's a special time, so it's got to be tough for her to be away from Ryan.
Yeah, so when I get up there, I don't know, I'm going to have to do the nursery. What do you need? Like a crib, a diaper change? Like what kind of...
You need a changing table? We did a couch because, like, there's going to be nights where, like, if he has a game, you're just going to end up sleeping in there. So, are you feeling super overwhelmed?
Yeah.
You're just exhausted.
It's been intense, you know, being pregnant and then shooting the show 13 hours a day. I just feel bad I'm alone. I don't know, I never thought I would be alone the whole time I was pregnant. I don't want to burden him and, you know, tell him that it's so hard for me. And I also don't want to, you know, seem like I can't do my job. Honestly, it's exhausting to even think about while I'm working. My career is so important to me, but there's certain times when you just need your family. Sorry.
It's Halloween, and I have my cousin visiting. Nicole, what do you think? Oh, it's perfect. You know that's like all over her face.
Yeah.
This is the first year that Dustin will not be trick-or-treating with us. Yes. I think Dustin loves Halloween because it's fun seeing how excited they get. Dustin didn't celebrate Halloween growing up. Dustin's mom was a Jehovah's Witness, so it's kind of like the first time for him. One picture for Dada. Take one picture for Dada. Say cheese. It's kind of a big thing. You can't replace those times that he's not there.
Cheese. Good job.
All right, guys. What do you say when you knock on the door? Okay, go ahead. There's a lot of teachable moments. I'm really big on manners. What do you say?
Thank you.
Our biggest job in raising them is to raise well-adjusted children who are not spoiled brats, who do not have a feeling of entitlement for anything.
Jake.
Jake, too much. It's not normal to have your dad be a professional athlete and make millions of dollars.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. All right, no more candy. We're done now.
But it's fine.
No, now you're done. No, give me the blow pop. Don't touch the candy. Stand up and take your costume off, please. Okay, now it's going in the garbage because you didn't listen. Now it's time for bed. Jake, come on, dude. Look at me. Upstairs, clothes off, go potty, go to bed. On a regular basis, it's hard to put all 4 kids to bed. Let's go. We can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. Adding sugar into the equation just makes it kind of a nightmare. 1. Guess what happens when I get to 3? I go and I take all of your Halloween candy, and I give it to Jake and Mason. Do you want that to happen? 2. Thank you. Let's go.
I thought my husband was permanently injured. There was like this thing going on, hero scene. And people were like laying on the ground with their face in the ground. You are disgusting.
I feel bad because I don't have to say to Dustin right now. He's like asking about the kids, but I don't want to ask about the game. His team lost tonight, and it's hard because there's nothing I can do to help him.
We've been up since 4 in the morning, and we've been driving hours just to get John to practice on time.
You're just leaving Minnesota, Fred.
I think it's been frustrating for John. John grew up wanting to play in the NHL. That was his dream.
Hey,
Okay, be careful back out.
Okay.
All right, love you.
You guys ready? We're staying in a hotel. We have no idea when or if John will be called back up. With the instability in John's career, I'm so scared that I'm going to get pregnant and John's going to be called up and sent down and he'll be gone when I have the baby. Being a hockey wife, you're alone a lot.
It's home for a while. What do you guys think?
It's already hard for me now, packing up an apartment and 2 dogs. I can't even imagine really adding a baby on top of that. When I'm feeling down and depressed or jaded about what's going on with John's career. Bridget's great because she's just so straightforward. You know, she tells it how it is.
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Bridget knows what I'm going through with moving all the time and going up and down and the highs and the lows. It's okay. I always take it so personally whenever John makes that note.
You know, I get a little stomachache for her because I remember what it was like. Ray did that for 6 years. It was up and down and up and down, and it's an emotional roller coaster.
Whenever we're sent down, I stop looking at Twitter. I stop caring about what the media says. Like, I just don't care, you know? There's so many, like, backseat coaches, and it seems like everybody on Twitter has their own opinion. Reading all the blogs and social media just kind of creates a little bit of tension between John and I because then it makes me more upset. John is different when he's in the minors because, you know, he's at the top of his game here and
Get his confidence.
Yeah, his confidence
exactly.
will come back.
I think sometimes maybe that's why they do it. See if he's gonna step up to this challenge.
I really hope for the two of them that this is just the grind that John has to go through to put him over the top so that he can have a long career.
Keep me posted to let me hope he kicks ass tomorrow night.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's great to have someone that's, you know, walked the same path that I'm walking, and it's great to see such a success story. I need to just get over it, and it's something that we've gone through, and I'm sure we'll go through many, many times, but it's just an aspect of hockey.
I'm going back to work on a photo shoot. I'm not stressed. Yes, I am. You never know if the client's gonna love you. My first job after the baby. I don't know if I'm ready. They can send you home. If you're not doing the job, they can just be like, sorry, it's like we're done and we'll see if the clothes gonna fit. Smile for mommy.
Are you mad? Are you mad that mommy's not there?
I never spend the whole day without Tyler. I feel a little bit guilty about like leaving Tyler to go to work.
Mommy's gonna be back.
So we're gonna start subtle, and then we'll go into a little bit more editorial poses.
I'm like feeling weird a little bit. It's just like the first time you're in front of the camera and like trying to like move and look natural. Don't fall over. Modeling, it's a lot harder than it looks.
That's a good fierce look. Only another 80 shots to go.
How's it like?
To be married to someone who plays hockey all the time.
Before I met Jonathan, and so I didn't know about Anki. Even now, I don't know about Anki. Like I just go to games, and that's his job. So it's going to games. I watch the game. It's so fun. I'm like screaming. I'm like woo, but I don't know. I'm getting better and better. After 6 years, I need to get better. Yeah, lean forward a little bit. Yeah, that's lovely. Jonathan did a photo shoot for some magazine. I think he did like a couple hours. And he came home and he's like, oh my God, I don't know how you can do this all day. I'm like, just stay with Aki. I will stay with Mommy.
Oh, that looks great.
Oh, that's nice. Mommy's back.
Mommy's back. It looks great.
I'm so happy that I fit in the clothes. Tyler's gonna be proud of this.
Yeah.
There you go. You're welcome. Bye.
Halloween is officially over in our house. My kids are in bed, and it's nice to just sit down and have some time to relax and talk with my cousin. This is probably the most fun Halloween has been because their ages, and he wasn't here.
Yeah.
And I know he's sad because he's like texting me to text him pictures and wanting to see them. The hardest part about not having Dustin around is him missing things. When something good happens and something bad happens, he's the person that I want to experience it with. I feel bad because I don't know what to say to Dustin right now. He's like asking about the kids, but I don't want to ask about the game. His team lost tonight and it was a bad loss. After he's, had a rough game, it's hard because there's nothing I can do to help him. With the kids, if there's a problem, I can take care of it. With him, I can't. I just feel bad. During hockey season, I try to make things as easy on him as possible. The only thing he has to worry about during hockey season is literally hockey.
He's lucky.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, it's Dustin FaceTiming me. Hold on. Hi.
Hi, love.
What's wrong with your arm?
What's wrong?
I can see the bandage on your arm.
What's what happens when I fall down?
Well, if you learned how to skate, you wouldn't fall down.
Is it true? Sorry, girl.
Dustin and I met in high school. He teased me relentlessly about my forehead from a guy who wore sweatpants every single day. He totally had a crush on me.
Where are you?
My room.
What city? I can tell you're in your room.
Detroit.
Honey, how much have you had to drink?
Only 2 years.
I can tell you've been drinking because you're super chatty right now.
I'm lonely, honey.
The road trips, I think, are harder for him than they are for me because he plays his games and he practices, but then the rest of the day, he's alone. All right, I'll call you tomorrow, then after Jake and Mason's hockey.
See you later. Good looking.
All right, I love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
It's hard to do it by myself without him.
It's gotta be so tough. There's stuff that I can't complain to other people about because they're like, shut up, your husband makes millions of dollars. Like, you're not allowed to complain. But it's like, no matter how much he makes, like, we still have the same problems that everybody else has.
I would give this all up in a minute to have him be a normal, average guy working 9 to 5.
I'm counting down the days.
Yeah, I would too.
But for him, this is his passion.
I don't really have a choice, though, right?
No.
Baby daddy.
That's the name of your scent that I helped create. The baby daddy. You might be homeless. Yeah. It's bad.
You're just getting used to not seeing me for a while, huh? Thought you ran the house, did you?
It's really exciting to have Ryan in person. He has one day off before he plays the LA Kings, so he's going to be able to come to my 20-week ultrasound with me.
Hey, I got you something.
I decided I would surprise Ryan with a gift of cologne, and I had a label made on it.
Baby daddy.
That's the name of your scent that I helped create.
Oh, thank you. Very appropriate.
The baby daddy.
So good.
I saw it. It smells really good. Do you like it? Just as my baby daddy should smell, like a mix of sandalwood and vanilla, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, now I need to use cookies on him. I had to get him a gift because I had bought myself gifts from him.
Yeah, you bought me these.
Well, they were gone. So I thought it would be a nice back and forth if I got him a gift from me and me a gift from him.
Good taste.
I'm so happy this day off worked out.
Yeah, I know. What are the odds?
Amazing. The last time I had an ultrasound, Ryan's not on FaceTime, and it just wasn't the same as him being there in person, so I'm really excited to have him here today. So baby, want to see the C-space?
I know. Let's go.
Okay. I want to just get my purse, and I want to put my coffee in the to-go mug. Usually it takes me 20 minutes to get out of the house because I always forget my sunglasses, my keys, my coffee. Where's that? I'm very discombobulated. Oh, and I don't have any gas in my car, I don't think. It's my pregnancy brain. Oh, my sunglasses. When Ryan's around, he is like a computer. He remembers where I put everything. Did you put my coffee in the mug?
Yep.
Okay, thanks. Did you get the keys?
Yep.
He's just like my human robot that I can keep asking for favors from.
Hey, you gonna be good? Huh?
How are you feeling about everything?
I'm in Vegas looking at houses, and I'm recruiting my good girlfriend Jill to help.
How do you feel about having to move again, like one more time?
I'm definitely anxious because we live in King's Country. Jill has known me forever. I can talk to her about anything. When you're done with hockey, the last thing you want to do is, like, see hockey everywhere.
It's all everybody wants to talk about.
Right, and it still burns. When George got hurt, like, on the internet, there was, like, this thing going around, kerosene, and people were, like, laying on the ground with their face in the ground, and one of our very good friends sent us a picture doing it the next day.
Oh, really?
You are disgusting. Like, I thought my husband was permanently injured.
Right.
And you're sending me that the next day.
Oh, that's not cool.
Those are our good friends that sent us that.
Maybe not so much.
Yeah. George was unconscious for at least 5 minutes. As much as you think your friends are with you and going through it with you, you realize they have no idea what you're going through. For me, if something bad happened like that to my friend,
That'd be the last thing you
that would be the last thing on the planet I would do.
Right?
Since George got hurt, we've noticed the difference in the way everyone has treated us. In Manhattan Beach, George is introduced as George, he plays for Montreal. And now people don't know what to do with it. And I feel like, you know, our dinner invitations have slowly gone away. You know, George lost his job, so all of a sudden my kids, you know, birthday isn't important. It's like that financial thing that changes the way people think of you.
We won't be hanging out with those people here.
You know me, I move on. The most exciting thing for me about Vegas is we get to have a new social circle, and it's kind of like a fresh start.
I like you because you're Tiffany, and George because he's married to you. What George does for a living is irrelevant to me or to anyone. I think that's a good friend.
I just want a new start somewhere. I want to get out of here from Dodge. No one knows us from,
You're just
from anything.
George and Tiffany.
Exactly.
Oh, seeing a loss like this is hard to take. It could set him back to a point where we're stuck in the AHL.
Did an animal poop in here? We saw, like, human hair, like, jumbled up. I'm not feeling this place. I'd rather live out of our car.
So I went to the new Nordstrom's today.
Me too.
It was so crowded.
I had so much stuff and Brady made me put half of it back.
He actually went with you?
Yeah, he loves that store.
John's back playing for the AHL minor league affiliate, the Iowa Wild. Tonight I'm going to the game with Sarah and also with Zoe. It's really great to have some familiar faces and girls that I got to know last season.
Did you steal the purses? There was so many in the clearance bin.
I actually got a purse.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Obviously, it would be so much better if John was playing for the NHL, but in the AHL, I feel more comfortable with the other girlfriends. In the NHL, one of the other wives had made a comment about my purse, and I came home and I cried because I felt really just uncomfortable and just a little intimidated by the other girls. NHL salaries are vastly different than the AHL salaries. The average salary is probably around $65,000, and in the NHL, it's well over $2 million.
Which way?
That way. In the AHL, because there's not as much money involved, they're a little bit more laid back, a little bit more normal. It's nice to hang out with other girls, because this is like, you guys are my only friends because I don't know anyone in Iowa.
It's hard for me and people don't like realize you gotta make friends with other girlfriends. You have to step out of your comfort zone.
I love the fact that John gets teamwork and that camaraderie. With the wives, we're not obligated to really be together at any point. So I try to coordinate all of the girls trying to hang out and watching the game together, especially when the guys are on road trips.
We all have the same thing in common and we have the same schedule, so it's so easy to get along.
John's gone for Thanksgiving, he's gone New Year's, he's gone Valentine's Day, he's gone Easter. We gotta make some good New Year's plans this year. Oh, come on, John. Watching John play is so nerve-wracking. I'm anticipating every move he's going to make, every hit that he could be taking or that he could be giving. If John gets hurt, I don't even know what can happen to the prospects of him being able to make it in the NHL. Oh, come on, no. So it really hurts me when he's going through a slump because I am so emotionally invested in him. Seeing a loss like this so early in the season is something that's kind of hard to take. It could set him back to a point where, you know, we're stuck in the AHL and that's where we'll have to be for the rest of his career.
house.
Sometimes it's really hard to be that rock that John leans on.
Should I be better?
You guys are looking better.
Yeah.
I have to tell him everything's going to be okay when I don't myself know if things are going to be okay.
We gotta win at home.
Yeah.
This is getting a little embarrassing.
Yeah. It's another try tomorrow, so.
Don't make me move into a house, please.
Right? We have 3 weeks left in our Manhattan Beach rental, and I thought it was going to be a lot easier to find a place in Vegas, but now I realize that we might be cutting things close. How much is this place?
3,300.
Oh, 33. Oh, it smells lovely. Did an animal poop in here?
Yeah, so they just moved out, and they have not cleaned the house.
Moving is stressful for me because I'm OCD. I don't want to clean up anyone else's mess.
It's just kind of disgusting right now.
Yeah. It just stinks. When you walked around, you just saw like human hair like jumbled up around the edges. It was so disgusting.
Scary.
We were like, what? Like, okay.
Would you live here, Mark?
Well, this isn't about me. This is about you and George.
The whole idea of us moving to Vegas is that we didn't have to change our quality of life. We move here, we save money, and we get to still like
Maintain
maintain a nice lifestyle. This is so depressing. George is like, so far so good, flashback. I'm like,
Yeah, right?
This home is 3,450 square feet.
okay. Oh, no washer and dryer. I'd like to have at least 3 bedrooms, a pool, close to the strip, and obviously close to the airport.
A master bedrooms to the right.
Oh, very good size.
Man, I'm just like overwhelmed with all the peach.
How do you feel about these bedroom sizes?
They're good size. I want a house bigger than our Manhattan Beach apartment, but furnishing a house like that, it's too expensive. It like scares me to buy that much furniture. I'm not feeling this place.
This house is 4,500 square feet.
Okay.
It has 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms.
Okay.
So this is private to your neighbors. However, this is Southern Highlands Parkway here.
Okay.
So you can hear the cars in
Yeah.
pass, and that's one concern.
Coming from LA, the last thing I want to live next to is the freeway.
So is this a master?
This is a master.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There's also 3 bedrooms upstairs.
I don't want the kids to be on a different floor. You know? I thought I was going to really like this one, but let's get to the next one before I get depressed. heebie-jeebies?
Oh, it's so funny because I really like this one on photos. It looked the best.
This house isn't going to work. Getting a little bit nervous.
Okay, so this house is 4,200 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
There's 4 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms.
This is the last house of the day. I'm pretty excited. The pictures look gorgeous online. Fingers crossed.
Oh, wow. It's very, very peach.
Looking at the size of this house, I would spend all my savings repainting it. This is just the most awful. Oh my god.
They call this the Amsterdam room.
This is where the strippers change. Oh my god, that is so funny. I hate the house. And I thought I was gonna love the house. I'm just depressed. It doesn't seem like there's any other options, and it's feeling pretty hopeless for the time crunch we're under. So, we might be homeless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That bad?
it's bad. I need to be on a plane in 4 hours. You know, we're gonna end up living with George's parents at this point.
What about the Charlie one?
That's the one I'm sitting in right now, and I want to cry.
Okay.
Yeah. Jill, can you co-sign on my choices?
Oh yeah, she's not being dramatic.
I don't even know what to do at this point, because that's all the rentals that they have. I thought we had the next phase of our life figured out, but it hasn't been so easy, so I hope this isn't a sign of things to come. At this point, I'd rather live out of our car than out of this house. If I moved into this house, I would cry myself to sleep every night.
Ultrasounds are very scary. That's the moment when you find out how your baby's really doing.
My little heart, I see its heart.
Is that normal? We haven't seen each other in a whole month. Does my belly look bigger?
Yes.
It does. Were you surprised when you saw it last night?
Yeah. It does kind of blow me away to miss out and then come back.
I I was kind of self-conscious. Honestly, last night I was like, I wonder what he's going to think about my stomach. It's daunting to take off your clothes and you look like a different person.
It's a big change.
Yeah. I feel hormonal. I feel relieved when I see him. I feel scared because I'm going to rely on him for 2 days and then he's going to be gone. Every time we have an ultrasound, I get really nervous. I just want baby to be healthy. I think ultrasounds are very scary because every single time you have one, there's a lot of things that could go wrong and you don't want to know them, and that's the moment when you find out, you know, how your baby is really doing. So I'm filled with anxiety and nerves, and I'm scared.
Maureen, Ryan, come on in.
Okay.
Have a seat.
Okay.
So today is a very interesting scan. It's a 20-week scan where it's an anatomy survey of your baby. So lay back.
I really want to see the face.
Well, I'll try my best. Size is good.
How big is he?
Your baby weighs 1 pound, 1 ounce. Today.
Is that normal?
Yes, it's great.
Oh, it's a little hard. I see it's hard. There's somebody I love. We dated, we got married, and now I have their child. It's weird. Sorry, I'm very hormonal today.
I don't see any problems.
It's beautiful.
This is a head right here. And you can see a hand. Can you see a hand?
He's like he's done. He's like he's done.
Fine.
I'm feeling the miracle of life right now. I think it's a blessing. Oh my God, he's so big.
See?
I'm hopeful and excited about the future. I'm scared. My career is always there in my mind. You know how hard I've worked for my craft, and
Everything is great.
That's good to hear.
as the days go on, they get harder and harder. But yay, it's a beautiful moment to have my husband, to see our future child. Thanks. It kind of looks like a combo, but
I hope so.
it's worth it.
Next time on Hockey Wives.
I feel like people don't know that I have a really good body anymore. I feel like people don't know how hot I am all the time. There's a billion people in India. If you're behind a billion people. That applies to baby shower games, too.
One of the new girlfriends tried to kick me out of the wife room, and she tried to go over to a lady and kick me out. If she wasn't, maybe that would have happened.
Brennan and I, we always fight.
Hurry up then.
Yeah, I'm looking for my jacket. Did you see that I'm looking for something?
25 guys retire a year, and maybe
More than that.
everybody finishes, and it's on different terms.
Straight.
I see you, Strand. You're the worst.
Oh my God.